Morning, students. Today we'll give overview about the data analytics unit one. The first topic is data management. Data management. Okay. Here the question is very important. Okay. Data management is the involving the process and activity are related by acquiring, storing, organizing, securing, and maintaining the data through by the life cycle. The effective of the data management is essential for the ensuring the data quality, reliability, and accessibility. What is the data architecture? Data architecture is basically deal and designing the constructing the data resources. Data architecture providing the design, construct, and implement the fully integrated by business driven data. Regarding that, having the real world object event onto this appropriate the operating environment. Data architecture is one of the pillar of the enterprise architecture. Other pillars are application architecture, business architecture, integration architectures are there. Okay. Data architectures can be as a compared with the house design. Describe about the house structure built in the choice of the material, size, and style of the house structure to build by the choice of the material size and style of the room and roofing. Layout that is the plumbing and electrical structure designed by the blueprint. During designing the data structure, designing the data architecture is a complex process because this will be involved by relating by the abstract. Okay, abstract data model for the life cycle, real time business activity and entity before implementing the database design and finally setting up with having the IT hardware infrastructure. And developing the data architecture, data analytic, we require some infrastructure be required. Without infrastructure, not possible to build by thing. That is only the first point. That the general framework of the data architecture have three aspects are there. First aspect cover as the actual tangible hardware elements are there. Depending upon that is the bulk data processing of the data consumers and who may be accessing by the data warehouse simultaneously. Physical data architecture be important. Okay, including the buying the top of that is top of when I require by the physical architecture, we require by the computer server, routers, and also network peripherals are there. The second aspect of the pattern by the element and data architecture is the structure of the administrative success are required. Implementing by data architecture to become as the basic of the data models are there. Third aspect is the force on the work. We having the various influence and the constraint which are the potentially affected by designs. These forces have included by economics, business policies, and enterprise requirement, technology drive, and data processing are required. But all this will be considered implementing the data warehousing and the information system to having the guided by accordingly. Data architecture is composed by the model and policies, rules, standard government, which having data collected, how data will be stored, or the data architecture is the composed model, policy, rules, and the standard that govern by the data collected, how it's stored, how it's arranged and integrated and put into the data system in the organizations. The next point. Okay, data model usually having that is a several architecture domains are there. For the pillar of the enterprise architecture, we having that is several pillars are there. They're having the influence effect of this architectural design. Enterprise requirements are there, technology drivers are there, economics are there, business policies are there, data processing needs are there. What there is enterprise requirements are there. This will be given about including a such element, economically effective system, expansions, acceptance from a performance level, okay, with depending upon the system speed, reliability, transfer reliability, and transparent data management are there. Technology drive usually sustained by complex data structures and have data architecture designs are there. In addition, by some technology drive will from existing by organizing integration framework, the standard organizations and economic and existing site resources are there. Okay, economics. These are also an important factor must consider by during the data architecture phase. It is also possible by some solution, which having the optimal principle may not give the potential candidate during this cost. May not possible to consider by the cost of the architecture design. The external factor just having the business cycle, interest rate, and a market condition and legal consideration could be having the effect of the decision relevant by the data architecture. The business policies are there. The business policy are also driven by the data architecture, including by internal organization policy, rules, regulatory bodies, professional standard applicable by the government laws. They can force. They can vary by the applicable agency also. These policy having the rule with help of the describe the manner which having the enterprise which having the process the data or not. Data processing need when I including the accurate and reproducibility transaction perform high volumes are there. Data warehouse need to be supported by the management information systems are there, like the potential having data minings are required, and repeated periodic reports are there, ada reporting, and supporting of the various organization inactivities as required. Here annual budget and a new product development also considered. The next topic will be as understanding the various source of data. Here we have in the two primary data will be there. Two type of data sources are available. One is the primary, another one is secondary. The primary data have to divide to three categories are there. First compromise the observation method is there, survey method is there, experiment method is there. Observation method thing about is that I mean that is involved by human mechanical observation, and what people having the actually do, and what kind of event take place during by the buying or consuming the situations. The information collecting from as the observation process at work. It's called about the observation work. This following of the future situation have service stations are there. Like from as a post by the customer, service station as the observe. Okay, so like from a service and I give the particular the service, they give the response for them. But considered by the observations. Okay, to evaluate by this the effectiveness of the display, the flow pillow constraints are there. And also having there is a department store. Department store is one of the example. Supermarket also having there is an example. Okay, the best location they have to be a self, and the hidden camera also used determine that what is the sales arrangements are done. Sales enthusiasm is based on the various on salesman. Normally this is having done from as investigated using by the consulate by the tape recorder. Okay, advantage of the observation method. The research observed by the record event, it is necessary to rely on the willingness of the ability of the responder by the report accurately. Some advantages are there. Okay, the observation method. Biasing the effect of the interviewer either by eliminating or reduced. The bias effects are there. Either person want to be as a eliminate or have to be as a retain the people. Data collected by the observation that having the more objective, generally having the more accurate. Disadvantage of that is the observation model. Maybe the most limited factors are there for use by the observation method. Inability to be observed such thing having that is the attitude and motivation customer and consumers and state mind. They're having the buying the motivate their images. It is also a timing of the investigator to wait and particular action to be taken. The personal and intimate the activities such as by watching the television at late night, the more easily having the discuss with the questionnaires, the habit is observed. The having the cost is having the final disadvantage of the method, and also observation data may be the more expensive one. When an observer have it wait from as the wait has to wait from as the doing some nothing between by the event to be occurred. Unproductivity time and also increase in the cost. Confirm as the observation model. Next confirm as the survey methods are there. We have in the four survey methods available. One is telephonic entry, personal entry, mail interview, electronic entries are there. Telephonic interview quickly gather information about the particular person, and also response as collected by the responded by the researcher on the telephone. Advantage telephone one is very easy, very fast method of the data collection. When there is a mail question is processed by the interviewer to take to the one or more person, clarify by the question between the not if they are not understood. The response rate of that is the telephone interview seen by the little better than by the mail questionnaires. Okay, the quality information is the better. The less cost method having the less administrative problems will be there. Technical interviews are there. Telephonic interviews are there. Telephonic interview having the some disadvantage also there. They cannot handle by the interview which helped by the problems. We cannot handle by the unstructured interview. It cannot be used from as this question from as a required by long descriptive answer. The responder cannot be observed, and also redundant problem will be there on telephone. Having the do not having the telephone facilities on the telephone facilities cannot be as appropriate. People that's not having the telephone facility. Personal interviews are there. Is having the most realistic method of this all the method. They having the problems and also required along with having there is a verb respond. Verb respond and non-verb respond can be as observed. The advantage. Personal interview can be as easily ask more question supplemented by the interview by the personal observation. There is a more flexible. There are question it can be changed. In order to change the question, knowledge as a post of the for the future of there is a possibilities. In depth of the research is possible. The verification of data from as the other source is also possible. The information obtained from as a obtained from as a very reliable and dependent from as the exhibiting the cause of the relationship is very easily. Disadvantage is that is the more technology be a plan for supervision, more expensive, time consuming process, influenced by the interviewer, and having that is number of the callback may be required. Some people having the not as the approachable. Okay. Now we have to little bit revise that one. What are the important points are they? In this one we having that is the two methods are they. First compromise that is a various source of model. Primary data will be there, primary secondary will be there, primary observation method will be there, survey method will be there, experiment method is there. In the observation method, we have that is the service sections are there. What is the department store how to work and also supermarket how to work? What advantages are there? What disadvantages are there? Right by the any 2 points. It is enough. Okay. Depending upon is the questions. Okay. Observation same like from a survey method. It having there is the four methods are there. Okay. Depending upon the question, you can able to write from is the either two or four. Okay. They asking about common question. You can write by the suppose 10 mark questions are there. You can able to write by the all the answers. So automatically fill by the number of page you have to more. Then you expecting by at least expecting 60% on that is the marks. Okay. Okay, here I have telephonic interview there, and also have telephonic interview. Having that is a personal interview will be there, and also having that is a they have mail survey will be there, and electronic interview also there. Experiment method having the four methods are there. Here having the four method. One is the CRD method, another one is the RBD method, another is the LST method, and FT methods are there. The completely random designs are there from a CRD method. The CRD method is a complete random design is treated by assigned by the completely by random. They will not check about any flow further. Randomly ask something. That having that is a each experiment unit having the change from as the revision of that is the one treatment. That experiment unit must be having treated by considered by the experimental error also. Or what is the experiment has taken? How much errors also they have to be considered. The CRD the completely randomized design with having there is a homogeneous experiment units are there. Such as having there is a laboratory experiments and also having there is a environment effect on that is relative by the easy to control. For the field of the experiment, where they are generally as a large variation among by the experimental plot, such as by this the soil and the CRD rarely used. The RBD, the having the RBD having there is a randomized block designs are there. Randomized block design having the used from as agriculture research only. Deserved by the several treatments are done. Different blocks for land. They have to affect from the yield of the crop. The block or is formed by such as a manner by each block contained by the many plot in that is the number of treatment. One plot such as is selected by randomly each treatment be given. Suppose having the 110 plots are there. One plot you try with some kind some process want to process. Okay, you will get the more yields are there. Same mechanism want to perform with all. Okay, so should not try with the entirely on this the entire the for 10 blocks. If 10 blocks are they succeed me no problem. If you not succeed now, everything going to waste for that. So first of all try with the one random block. If it succeed that one, you can able to apply with another plot also. They having that is like from as the each plot have a method after treatment was given. They are having that is interpreted by interference, done by analysis. The various techniques has been applied. Treatment like from as the different downs of the fertilizer, different type of the irrigation want to be applied. And LST. They having the lattice square designs are there. The experiment methods are there. Two-way want to be classified that one. Having there is a 4 by 4 arrangements are there. Suppose having there is a A to Z some numbers are A to Z some values or letters are there. How to arrange it? Each row and each column having the only one value must be required. So they have to arrange with the balance arrangement want to be best one. The balance arrangement achieved from as the Latin square method is the main strength for them. Okay. The among the treatment having there is a free from as a both different and also between by the rows and the column. The magnetic error will be a smaller than by other design. Compared to other design, is having the smaller error will become here. Okay, the next one compromise the factorial designs are there. The design allowed by the experimental from the two or more variables simultaneously. The interaction effect on the variable analyzed by impact on the each variable. True experiment and randomize is essential for that. Experiment can be as inferred by caused by the effect on the without any bias. Without any bias means should not go from as only one side. You have to check about the exactly what the inputs are given, exactly what outputs are there. Even though if you a particular person know also should not consider by the particular way. Experiment result only have to be considered here. Next one, I said now already this is all having this a primary. The prime they having three things are there. Once again repeat to you. Here having the external method is the external method having the four methods are there. Like from as that is the survey method having the four methods are there. Electronic interviews there, mail surveys there, personal interviews are there, and also having the personal interviews are there, telephonic interview also there. Here I have a telephonic interview. So the now come from as the second method, the call about is the secondary source data. Secondary source data, we have in the secondary source data. Okay, first one having there is a internal secondary data will be there, external source will be there. Internal within the organization having the what are the be there. Internal source is there, external source is there. Internal source data obtained with less time, effect on the money than the secondary data. So it is internal data is a very less, okay, very less and very less expenses also. The more preponderant situation handle the sins they have in the reserve they have from the within the organization only. Then having the internal source include by accounting resources, Salesforce data, internal exports, miscellaneous reports want to consider. The account resource means much information about the which can be as the used for as the marketing researcher. This give you information about the internal factors. The Salesforce report, what is the sales on the product and the information provided by the outside the organization, and the internal exports are they how who heading with the various department, what is the idea how a particular thing is working at all. About the internal expert mean the knowledge persons in the particular the organization. Miscellaneous report mean what are there is the operational cost is there, what is the organization is unsuitable there, and also inadequate one market should be having external from as the external second data will be there. The external source data will be there. They having there is a outside the company having there is a large environments are there. Collection of that is the external data is a more difficult because they have to much greater by variety of that is the sources such more numerous. External data can be divided into the following classes. Government publications are there. The extremely have the rich polls are there. Data under the researcher. Data is available on the free of cost from the internet website. The government agency are gathering the data that can be confirmed as that is the register or general of India. Okay, the office having that is the generated by demographic data will be there, including by this survey, gender, age, occupation data will be there. And also having that is the central statistical organizations are there. Is having that is published from as the national account statistics are there. Contain the estimate by the national income on the several year growth rate and also rate of the major economic activities. The annual survey of the industry also have published from as the CSO. Okay, it will give by the information about the total number of worker employed and production unit material used from as the value adding by manufacturers. And director general of that is the commercial intelligence are there. It give us the information about the foreign trade, import and exports. The having figure given by the religion region wise, having the region wise and country wise also given. Okay, the Ministry of the Commerce and Industries are there. Providing the information of the wholesale report. We call about here as the wholesale price index is there. When the wholesale price index will be increased, having the growth will be there. Price going decreasing, the price is going to be affecting the one. It is going to be affected on the market data. Market data means having those are invested on the foreign investments coming available. Foreign companies are coming here. The wholesale price index want to increase. They try to invest the money here. If you have something will be happen, okay, here but even by that is a wholesale price like we have it affording with, I mean, there is a like food, fuel, power and food grains are there, and also having there is a CPA also there in the all India having CPA is there, industry works urban non-manufacturing industry, that is also one of the factor. And the planning commissions are there, planning commission having there is a statistics of the Indian economy, how can able to suppose 70 by 60 will become whether the people who are going to be is increase the particular their needs or not, that come from here. Reserve Bank of India, providing by the banking having saving investments are there, and also having the preparing the currency and the financial report for the national sample survey also done. Providing by the social, economic, democracy, industry and agricultural statistics also provided. Lab bureaus are there, like from as the skilled, unskilled laborers, white collar job, how many jobs are they can able to come from lab bureaus are there. Department of the economic affairs are there. Here having the economic survey about generating by the information of the income and consumers, and also having that is the expenditures investment of the saving and foreign trade. And state technical abstracts are there, giving information about the various type of the activity related by the state, commercial activity by education by occupation, and non-government obligations are there included by the industry and trade associations are there. Likewise having the like one example for that Indian cotton mill associations of the various champion and components. The Bombay Stock Exchange will be there, give the financial account and profitability and also relevant matter with having the various association with the press will be there. The Export Promotion Council will be there, with having the CIA will be there. The Confederation India Industry will be there, and also having this the Small India Development Board also available, and syndicate services are available. The service provided by certain agency developed from the marketing information having the regular basic on the number of the client and subscribe those services. The service design have HS having there is the information by source by the subscriber. The service are useful for the television viewing and also movement of this consumer goods. And also providing by information of the data, both the household instruction and collecting the household instruction. Three aspects are there: survey, mail delivery, mail dairy panel, and also electronic scanning service are also available. Here having the some different category will be how survey will be done, how there is the mail dairy panels are the electronic scanner service also available. Here everything going to be decided about this WWS. The institution of that is the wholesale retail will be there, industry form. The various having syndicate services are available. Having the operational research groups are there. Indian marketing research bureaus will be there. IMRB. And also important of the syndicate services. The syndicate services become as a popular by since containing by the decision making on changes need to be more specific by decision making, lighting on the changes in the environment. Also, syndicate service are also able to provide by the information of the industry and the low unit cost. Disadvantage of the syndicate services is the information provided by the not exclusive. The member of the research agency provided by the customized services well which suited by the requirement of the each individual organizations. And also there is the international organizations included by ILO. The International Labour Organization also available, providing the activities now there is a population, employment, unemployment will be there, and consumer price. Organization now there is the economic and cooperative developments are there, having the trade, industry, food, transport, science, technology will be there. IMA. IMA having there is the international is the monetary funds are they reported by the national and international foreign exchange relations are they. Here in this topic it is having there is the two important things are there. They having the understanding various social data. The one is having the primary data will be, secondary data will be there. Primary data also having a lot of subtopics are there based on the question, the based on the question and answer. You need to write about the elaborately write. Should not write by the short answer. Short answer with the if what are the mark you expecting, it may not possibly give as a good marks to you. You have to write by the elaborate answer for that. Okay, here I can we can cover by the two questions. One is the data design architecture. After having this, what are the important point? Having the understanding various source of data. Here having the primary data will be there, secondary data will be there. Now topic understanding various source of data like by sensor, signal, GPS. The sensor data. Sensor data is the output device reading and respond to the some type of input from the physical environment. The output may be used and providing information or input to the another system to guide with another process. A few examples are sensor like by the number of the diverted applications are there. The photo detecting sensor will be there. Visible light, infra transmission and ultraviolet energies are there. Having this the lidar will be there. Light detecting and the ranges will be there. Laser based method detecting by the range of the finding and mapping and the typically having this a low power. Typically only low power and also having this eye safe and pulsing the laser working for the conjunction with the cameras. And we use one as another devices collecting the device, collecting the data. Charge coupled device is there. It is having there is a display data images in the having there is a wave of the each pixel converted into this electronic charges. It's the intensity of that is the, which having related by the color in the color spectrums are there. Smart grid sensor will be there. Can providing by the real time data and grid conditions are there. Detecting by the outsource fault and load and trigger algorithms are there. And WSNs are there. Wireless sensor combined by the specialists of the transducer will be there, which having communicating from this infrastructure for this monitoring and recording the condition at the diversity locations are there. Commonly, I will monitor from as the what is the signal. Signal having two type of signal is there. One is the DC signal, another is AC signal will be there. The depending upon switch between by on off switch having the DC will be there, and also telephonic graphs will be from as that is the on off principles, and the more complex come from as the alternating current for that, and the electromagnetic carry content from as the more streams are there. Data and signals are there. Data must be as a transformed as a electromagnetic signal prayers and also having the transmitting across the network. Data and signal can be as the can be either having the analog, maybe analog or digital. The signal having the periodic considered by the continuously repeating by the pattern. Data like by the GPS. GPS having there is the space-based navigation systems and apply by providing by the location, time, information about the weather condition anywhere from as near from the air. And like from as GPS, already know that GPS how to write, and also give by the system providing by the critical capability on the military, civil, and commercial user around by the world. United States government is a database system and maintaining it and also making it freely available on the any one of the GPS receivers. Data quality referred by this level of the data quality data. Quality data. Quality means whether having the good quality data will be there or not. Definition of data quality is that, but generally considered by the high quality data will be there. If they have to fit on their intention of the operation, decision making and planning want to perform. Nice. They having the nice data will be there is the meaningless data. Okay, meaningless data will be there. They having the term of the often being used from as a synonyms of from as the correct data. However, the meaningful as expanded by the including any idea cannot be understood by the intercept. Suppose when I ask you about English letter, suppose here give by the somewhat instead of the in letter, you have to give by some new letters are coming likewise there. Whether able to understood, not possible understood now. Likewise, having the result is considered by the noise data will be referred. Noise data. We having the missing such as having the unstructured data will be there. The outlier. The outlier having the observation of the lie, abnormal as the distance from distance other values from the random of the populations, the sense of the definition upon by the analysis and also having the dedicated by the what to be having the abnormal missing values are there. The statistics is missing data, missing value. It is the more data values are stored on the variable and the observation. Missing data will be as a common occurrence. The significant data will be a conclusion by the drawn from as data. So missing value also creating by that is the when I make by data model it having the problem. Duplicate data also creating the problem for the duplicate data also creating the problem. Some data will be missed or some data will be repeated. Okay, we cannot possible to is the calculating the exact value for that. Data pre-processing. Data pre-processing is the crucial research on the data mining. The most of the real world database highly influenced by the negative elements are there. The presence of the noise, missing value, inconsistency data will be there. The reduction of the data also having the essential task and the essential task, especially when you're dealing with having the large data sets, the focusing on the selection of the extraction of the data, extraction of the most informative feature of the instant of the data. During the last decades and dimensionality of the desired data sets employ on the desired data mine task be as the significantly as the increasing. Okay, the present of that is the and present of the challenges research of this area. So be having this existing algorithm what we apply. The response of the adequate of the time and having the extremely as the extremely high dimensions are there. The exponential technologies are there. Paradigm architecture need by the efficiency or process of that is the large quality of the data obtained from the information which is having tolerated by this the elapsed by time. The test step used to measure data processing. Data pre-processing usually fall when the two category will be there. Selecting data from the attribute from the analysis, creating the challenge and the attributes are there. Aggregation will be there. Sampling, diamond selections are there. Future subset selections are there. Future creations are there. Discriminations and minorizations will be there. Variable transformations are there. So in this topic, that is easy to write that one. Remember the topic. Okay, you can able to remember these 4 points. Okay, first compromise the sensor data. Sensor data, what a sensor data will be available. You will be the charge coupled device will be the smart grid wireless sensor network. What is the signal? Okay, signal. What data will be there? What is the IS signal and DC signal will be there, and also GPS will be there. GPS. After give GPS, what is the data quality, noise, and also give by the outlier, missing while duplicate data will be there. After having this data pre-processing are there. Data pre-processing. What is necessary of the pre-processing? There's some applications are there. So you can able to remember the points of the topic. You can write with the somewhat elaborate answer on this one. Okay, already the notes is very less. You can write by the elaborate answer. So